This is SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports show, coming to you from Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Round them up. This is SoundOff coming to you from the Sportsbook at L'Auberge. Hope you guys had wonderful Father's Day celebrations. Great. Also, our SoundOffer dads out there. Didn't get the memo, did you guys? Didn't get the memo.
No, I didn't get the memo.
What is this?
Yeah.
Hey, that was, I didn't get it.
You didn't,
Did
both
you
of
get
you?
it?
No.
We got a president in the house. I had to dress up a little
Oh, man.
Wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I don't own a sport.
bit. You got that white tux.
I do apologize,
no,
okay?
we don't want that. It reminds me of my old nightly TV days, having to wear a blazer.
I do
all the time.
apologize, Rick, man.
Special guest and good friend of SoundOff, retiring McNeese State University President, Dr. Daryl Burckel.
Yes.
We'll
I'm
be here for a
looking forward to
long,
that.
extended conversation.
He's
on
been a
the
good
show.
friend of the show, too, might I add.
Yes, he has. All right, let's get it cranked up with the Saints in the mandatory minicamp completed late last week. Everybody was there, even number 47, Alvin Kamara, but he leaves early. He's setting the stage. He wants a contract extension. 2 years remaining on a 5-year, $75 million deal. He wants it. He wants an extension.
Yeah. It's an
I don't
option
blame him. I don't blame him.
I don't blame
I don't
him, but
either.
the business side of the NFL,
business side of it.
they look at it. He's a running back.
Mm-hmm.
They have short shelf lives.
Shorter, yeah.
Well, he's more than just a running back. He's a receiver
He's
also.
a receiver,
I get
too.
that.
He's
Yeah.
a receiver also.
Entering his 8th season coming up.
He is.
2 more, that'd make 10. How long are you going to extend a running back?
You're right about that.
No, that's good. This
You're
is
right
his
about
last
that.
money deal.
This
This
is
is it.
This is
And
it.
look, the way the contract is situated, this season coming up is guaranteed money. 25 is not guaranteed. So he's thinking, I'm on a 1-year deal. And look, I agree with him, Kevin.
No, that's no doubt about it.
I agree
It
with
is.
you.
And I mean,
If it's
who
not
else-
guaranteed,
Yeah, I mean, this agent is telling him the same thing. Like Scooter said, running backs don't have a long shelf life. You better get it while you can.
look. So he missed one practice. Now,
Yeah.
the big
That's
thing
not
is,
a big deal.
will he be there
No.
from the start in July?
It's not a big deal, but look at what happened prior to that, though, guys. Remember?
Yeah, suspended
Okay.
for 3 games.
Okay.
His
That's-
rushing
that's
totals
done.
have been dipping.
Yeah. So he knows where
But he's
at right
relatively
now.
healthy, though. He's
No,
been
he is.
durable.
He is.
Yeah.
He has
For a
been
running
durable.
back, he is.
Okay,
I have
last
to
week
agree
we
with
spent
that.
a very short time because the news just broke that former LSU baseball coach Paul Maneri, coming out of retirement after 3 years,
broke while we
to
were
take-
taping.
yeah,
Yeah.
to take the South Carolina job.
Unbelievable.
Great
Is
for
it?
him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
66.
Yeah.
He wants to go back to work.
I mean, go back to
if-
coaching.
I don't know why a 66-year-old would come out of retirement, but good for him if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, his golf
the big
game is
deal, the big deal, he wasn't done with coaching. His body was
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he did retire. He had that chronic neck pain that had been bothering him for 2 years. My question would be, okay, he retires, and all of a sudden that neck pain goes away, and he's playing the best golf of his life.
Stress will do that to you, Scooter.
But okay, what's gonna happen when
Yeah.
he comes back?
Good point.
I mean, if
Yeah.
the
Good
neck,
point.
What if the neck pain
That's
comes
true.
back?
How about the Gamecocks, Kevin? They get Spurrier, right? An older
I hadn't
Spurrier out
thought
of
of that.
retirement.
I hadn't thought of that.
You're
And
right,
now
though.
an older
But
Maneri
don't
out of
forget,
retirement.
You're right.
before Spurrier, they got Lou Holtz.
Lou Holtz.
Lou Holtz was
Good
there.
point.
Lou Holtz was there.
I mean, Lou
Did
Holtz was,
leave Notre Dame? He left Notre Dame?
I think, huh?
No, he had retired.
Where was he at?
didn't,
I think he retired.
he didn't leave Notre Dame.
Oh, no, he
Okay.
retired. You're
He
right.
retired.
So it's Holtz and Spurrier.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
But I mean, his last job, I think, was at Notre Dame.
Go South Carolina. So cheer
Yeah.
on Paul Maneri. All right.
Yes.
One former LSU coach that maybe the fans won't be cheering on is Les Miles. He files suit against LSU because he wants about 60 wins vacated back. I don't know where Les Miles hit.
He's not suing for money.
No.
He's suing for wins.
Wins.
I mean, this just happened not long before we started taping. But I'm going to have fun with this column.
Oh, I'm sure you
I
are.
promise you.
Well, you know what? And like you said, Scooter, does it really matter more for a person's legacy as to what they leave? And like you said, will it even make a difference? Because he's trying to get into the College Hall of Fame.
And you
Yeah,
got to have a
that's the
60%
deal.
winning percentage.
The wins they vacated brought his
Percentage.
winning percentage, and it wasn't that far below.
Right, no.
But it's got to be 60% to be in the Hall of Fame. I doubt he's going to get in the Hall of Fame anyway.
Yeah.
But things always get
never
interesting
know.
when
You
less.
never
is
know.
in the
And
room.
if you don't
never
remember
know.
the context of the story, LSU had to, well, they chose
had
to
forgotten.
vacate them
I had
because of
forgotten.
NCAA violations. They tried to appease the NCAA.
Yeah.
So we're going to take those wins away from Les Miles because of illegal payments to some player way
Yeah.
back in the mid-2000s.
Exactly.
So Les is trying to rewrite the rewriting of history.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Speaking of rewriting history, Rory McIlroy. It's been 10 years since his last major championship.
And I watched this golf, Rick. I mean,
He's got
I really
a
was watching.
two-shot
Pinehurst.
lead at just perplexing Pinehurst. He misses 2 short putts
Yeah.
and leaves the door open for Bryson DeChambeau to hit a legendary bunker
And I
shot.
will
Come on,
give-
Hobbs.
I'll give him credit for that, but he had to be the luckiest golfer all weekend. He hit it into that wiregrass
You're talking
all
about DeChambeau?
weekend. Yeah.
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 And every time, he's got a perfect lie. How do you hit a perfect lie in the places he was hitting?
Yeah.
Well, he's strong.
Look.
He's strong for one thing.
No, but he didn't need to be. He
I know,
was
because
hitting perfect line.
Exactly, because it wasn't around those weird wiregrass
just-
things.
But I'm telling you, I can't watch that putt
I can't either.
of Rory's.
I can't.
Really?
I sat there
I mean,
and
it makes you sick.
I just
I know. I
You,
know.
you make the first one on 16,
I know.
you're pretty much going to win.
You pretty much in. Rick, yeah. He
And
missed
then he missed again.
again.
Thursday's show, we'll throw out a stat and also answer the question in Thursday's show, another righteous TV
Okay.
tease. Did McIlroy lose it
I've
or
got
did
the answer to that.
DeChambeau
I've
win
got the
it?
answer to that too. I do.
Winning is when you go to the Max Bar and Grill,
Yes, it is.
a perfect spot for a casual lunch or dinner with the friends and family, or just wind down with an adult beverage, watching some live sports at the bar. The menu is full of your favorites, fresh and delicious, and super duper service. Open 7 days a week. Weekend brunches as well, both Saturday and Sunday. Take in your dining at the Max in Westlake.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at Le Berge Lake Charles.
There's nothing better than a game and great tasting Miller Lite. It's less filling Miller Lite. Tastes great.
Never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a Roto-Rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all: plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
What's bugging you? Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered.
We're back with you at the Sportsbook at La Berge. SoundOff, of course, presented to you by our own L Club. That would be La Berge Casino Resort. And Matt Lundy and his legal experts at Lundy Law in Lake Charles. A lot of L's in there. Hey, let's welcome back a good friend of the show, retiring McNeese State University President, Dr. Daryl Burckel. Glad to have you in. Notice I'm the only one to honor the president under roof. You are president with not a tie.
I'm good. What
I'm
is
good.
the deal with the sports code?
He looks like a little kid, really. He looks
that-
like a little kid. You know?
We'll talk later. All right. 7 years university president. I mean, Daryl, why now? Why not another 10 years and enjoy all the fruits of your labor? Why now?
I'm worn out.
You are.
It's a tough job, believe
Can't
me.
argue with that.
No.
Well, that was a tough 10 years.
Yeah.
7
Particularly
years.
the last
7.
Well,
seven.
it was
Yeah.
7, but they were
Particularly
dog
the last
years.
five.
Yeah,
But it
they
felt
were
like 10.
They were dog years, Scooter. And you know, you get to a point where you think you've pushed the organization to a point, and you think, okay, it's time to let somebody else with energy and some drive take it over from there. Yeah. And so, you know,
But Doc, you've always had
changes-
energy. Now I got to correct you on that.
No, I know.
You never was short on energy. Now.
Oh, no,
you
I know.
always had energy.
But you think, you know, you have a run, and then there's a time for it to end, and for somebody new to pick it up and move on with it. And that's, I thought, where we were. And I was, you know.
Obviously, the biggest problem I assumed was, you know, 2 hurricanes almost wiped out the campus.
Yeah.
That didn't help.
Yeah,
What
that was a
the
big thing.
toughest thing with that?
Toughest thing, you know, we didn't talk about this at all. I mean, internally we said something. We talked about this a little bit, but we were concerned that we were not going to be able to make it back.
Yeah.
There was a real concern that we couldn't get back for the spring semester, and then we don't have any revenue. We basically shut down.
And the students then dispersed.
The students dispersed. They're gone.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, what happens when you don't have facilities? Or the facilities you have are all damaged. They're all blue tarp. They're all, you know,
Wow.
and I just got here in the fall. Let's say I'm a student. I just got here in August, and a hurricane hits and destroys the campus. Do I come back in the spring if I'm a graduating senior? This is my senior year in high school, and everything's off kilter now. When my high school's messed up, do I want to continue to stay in Lake Charles and go to McNeese if I had planned to go to McNeese because of the damage it suffered? So we were concerned, really concerned that if we don't get back and we're not up and started for January, back in our facilities, not all of them, but
From the August hurricane.
From the August hurricane.
Some trailers and
No trailers, no nothing. We got back in a section of our facilities and our academic buildings back in January. So we were back. Now, remember, that was the year of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So COVID was still going on, and we were already online, and we were planning on coming back in the fall, and all that got knocked away. But kicking it back online, COVID kind of saved us in a sense, because we were used to being online. Students were used to being online, so we just jumped back to online.
Yeah.
But getting our students back, getting our facilities repaired, and you know, when you look at it in the long run, blessing in disguise, because
in many ways.
In
We'll
many,
get into
many
that.
ways.
I want to get into that. Can I jump in? Or you got?
I have something for Doc. Come on now.
I got a
Doc,
sports
you and I
coat
have
on.
probably been in so many groundbreaking ceremonies, and we've been to more functions around this city than we probably won't even name. But one of the things that have always made me look at you and really admire you, Doc, was when you came on, you always immerse yourself into the community. And that was something that you really didn't see a lot of presidents do, that because it was always a job to where you was up there at the university taking care of business, but you put yourself in a community. What made you feel like that was important as a president that you needed to do?
Yeah, well, you know, whether we knew it or not, McNeese is part of the fabric of Southwest Louisiana, but we didn't act like it.
Yeah.
We didn't act like it.
Yeah.
We didn't act like, you know, the whole town and gown kind of
Exactly.
thing. It really was. It was the town here and the gown here. And we really believe we needed to merge that, and we needed to make sure that when you mentioned Lake Charles, you were thinking about McNeese, that it was a college town. We wanted to make it a college town. You know, and so we wanted to make sure that we were immersed in the community with the people that we were supplying, you know, students to. And that they knew that McNeese had a great brand, McNeese had a great product. And look, let's say this. The other thing that when we first came in, that we said, listen, we're not going to allow people to define us. We're going to define ourselves. We're going to make sure that we go out and tell people who we are and who McNeese is. And so we wanted to flip the switch in terms of branding McNeese and make sure that everyone in our community had a positive view of who McNeese was.
And they hadn't had that before.
And they have not had that before. They had their own thoughts about it and said,
exactly
we're not going to let you decide what to think about us. We're going to tell you what you need to be thinking about us. And so we tried to switch that.
Coming out of the ivory tower, don't read too much into that. The president I'm referring to is outgoing and retiring McNeese University President Dr. Daryl Burckel. All right, in our final minute and a half-ish, if you will, let me throw out the elephant in the room, because we had Dr. Wade Roos here a couple of weeks ago, and we warned him. Okay, you know, you're following in some big shoes. You're following in a legendary president, and I'm not just saying that. The elephant in the room is his primary objective is stabilize and build enrollment. all the things point to a very tough challenge.
Yep.
You and I have talked about this. Dwindling college demographics across the country. Dwindling enrollment at universities across the country.
Not just here at
the
McNeese.
surge, exactly, the surge of technical and trade schools. Now a recent survey that I read that 60% of college-age students, 60% feel they can start a career without a 4-year university degree. That's a 10-point swing from a year ago.
Yeah.
Can enrollment at McNeese State University increase in the short term?
I think it's all about stabilizing, getting a
Holding.
holding an enrollment level
Yeah.
so that you can plan around that. You can't plan around instability.
Yes.
You just can't plan in instability. So we have to be able to say, what is our a stable enrollment at McNeese? If that's 6,000, it's 6,000. You know, and then can you build on that? We have a demographic problem. We have a demand problem. Two things, two problems that you just looked at, right? So, you know, having to sell the proposition, the continued proposition of the value of higher education to students. So the most important thing is stabilizing in enrollment.
Yeah.
It's going down all over now. Your major institutions, your flagship institutions will not have problem with enrollment.
No.
LSU opened the
No,
floodgates.
they
They have
But they open enrollment. Hey,
they open enrollment.
we're going to let you finish that thought in the next segment.
Okay.
This is a sports show, so we're going to get into some sports with Dr. Daryl Burckel when
I can
Sound Off
cover it all.
returns.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective borate treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Hey, mister, are you a Roto-Rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
There's nothing better than a game and great tasting Miller Lite. It's less filling, Miller Lite. Tastes great.
Never understood this argument. Let it be both. Miller and Miller. I like it.
What's bugging you? Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
We're back at the Sportsbook at LaBerge, continuing our in-depth conversation with retiring McNeese State University President, Dr. Daryl Burckel. I mentioned earlier we had the incoming president, Wade Russo, on the show a couple of weeks ago. Have you guys been working close hand in hand on this transition?
Sure.
For the last month or so?
Sure, yeah.
How's that going?
It's been going good, yeah. It's pretty well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not going to have any Trump holding on to the power range or anything like that.
You don't have to. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You're tired.
I just got
I had to throw that out.
You
look 42. You look 42 years old. You got another 10 or 15.
Well, I know I do, but not doing that.
And you're going back to your love of the classroom and teaching
going back to the
economics
classroom.
and accounting, right?
That's right.
Good for you. It's
That's
like Paul
right.
Maneri.
All right, Doc.
Going back to the love of coaching.
I
That's
just
what
got a
the man
feeling Doc's going to still have his hand
We're
in this, no
going
matter
to
what.
get to sports,
Okay.
but
Okay.
considering the ups and downs and challenges during your presidency, what are you most proud of?
You know, I'm proud of at the university. I'm proud that we made the focus around the student, that we became a student-centric institution, that it's the student that matters. You know, we've talked to faculty. Look, we don't have jobs if we don't have students, and that the university is not here for the professor. The university is here for the student. And so we need to make sure that we facilitate that education for that student, and that we make sure that we're thinking about the student always. Every decision from the top down all the way to the classroom is what is in the best interest of our students. And that's what we're going to push.
And let me jump in. The student is a customer.
Yeah.
You're an accounting economics PhD.
Yeah.
Universities, to a certain degree, have to be run like a business.
Yeah.
You
They
have
do.
customers.
They do.
And they're your customers. You have revenue, profit and loss, pricing, and customers.
Yeah.
It's like a business school, right?
Exactly.
I mean, a business course. if you will.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Doc, at your position as university president, when you came on board, did you see a lot of students that was going to McNeese to get a degree, a 4-year degree? Did you see them leaving the state, having to find jobs outside the state to fit what it was that they went into school for? Or do you see it now more so to where you've made a way to where we're keeping a lot of our students that get a 4-year degree right here in Southwest Louisiana?
I think we've made a lot of progress in making sure that students that graduate from McNeese have jobs here. And that's not us, that's our community. Our community is a hot spot in the state, right? It is a hot spot. Industry is a hot spot in the state. This area is a hot spot. And so there are jobs and a lot of good jobs available. So we've done, our students have every opportunity to get jobs right here in our area and to stay here.
Exactly.
Now, there are a lot of students who want to move away.
Yeah.
You know,
It
it happens.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you find them though, we find over my years, I have found them coming back. They'll go away, get experience, and not stay. They wind up making their way back here.
Yeah.
And so,
McNeese outgoing
I think
president,
that's great.
retiring president, Dr. Daryl Burckel on SoundOff. Let's get into some sports. The bold move to take Keith Schroyer from the basketball coaching sidelines to give him the AD job full time, and then the establishment of math.
Yeah.
Are those the two fundamental, transformative decisions that came from your office that really got this thing started?
yeah, you know,
This evolution, if you will.
there was a McNeese Athletic Foundation at one time that was defunct. It was just wasn't
was.
there. But we had a group called Learfield that was doing all of our sponsorships. And I wasn't really happy with that because I knew that our customers, our sponsors, wanted to write a check to McNeese.
Right.
Yeah.
They did not want to write a check to a third party
Exactly.
and have them take a cut of the pie.
I agree
Exactly.
with you because that's always, basically that's just outsourced.
We're just outsourcing it, right?
That's exactly what it is, Scott.
Right. And so we believe that we could do a better job at that we needed to bring that in-house and that we needed to do a better job with our sponsors. So in order to facilitate that, we reformed the McNeese Athletic Foundation and made sure that we hired Wade Roos, Dr. Roos, as the foundation president.
Another prescient move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
a lot of talent there, and so I wanted him to make sure that the foundation did not divorce themselves from athletics, but that they incorporated athletics into their fundraising and helped athletics fundraise.
Yep.
And so the MAF was that vehicle inside the foundation to do that fundraising.
The spark for the athletic department was basketball and the hiring of Will Wade and everybody knows the story.
Yeah.
Did you have to sign off on that? Did you say, okay, I want him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It was something, I mean,
Getting back to
It wasn't something I was going to pass on.
Oh,
I wasn't going
hope
to pass
not.
on that.
10 games or not.
That's right.
Baggage or not.
I'm gonna
Bad
drop
PR or not.
I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
drop an opinion here to set up this question. I think Heath Schroyer is the best AD McNeese has ever had.
Yeah.
At through some trying times
Yes.
as well. What did you see in him that made you think AD?
Well, I saw Heath come in as the head basketball coach, and I saw his ability to draw in donors to his program, how he treated his donors, how he ran his program, and I knew there was more there. I knew that, and Heath and I spent a lot of time together while he was a basketball coach. I spent a lot of time talking to him. And I realized that there was a lot more that he was capable of, and not just being a person who raising money for basketball, but I realized he could run a program. You talk to him, you realize he had a business mind, that he did understand the finances. Now, he didn't know all the intricacies of it, but he was
Learn
very
on the job.
He's very smart, very capable, a person who can learn, and he was able to do that. And plus, I put him and Wade Roos together, and I said, look, Wade, I want you to be in charge of overall, because I was always, athletics always reported to me. I said, look, I don't have 100% time to devote to athletics. So I said, Wade, I want you to be over the athletic budget and work with Heath. And so it allowed Heath to start doing the things he was really good at. That was selling and promoting and developing his organization.
Yeah.
And Wade was also helping with the back office stuff.
Let me state the obvious, okay? And you guys know that. Great leadership makes bold and great decisions like this by formulating a team. That's great leadership, and that's a very good example of great leadership. In our last 30 seconds, I'm going to pass it to you, but it's 30 seconds.
Can I take it next time?
30 seconds.
For the next show? Because
yes, you can.
It's long.
Okay, all right. So I'll close
it's going to be
with
long,
this.
so I'll pass.
In
Rick.
30 seconds, how frustrating has it been for head football coaches in 5 years and a football program that is struggling, that needs a reboot big time?
Yeah, I hope this year's the reboot year. It's been if I've had one regret, I haven't been able to get back to the McNeese years, to the McNeese football program that I expected to have here. And so that's been frustrating. A lot of circumstances that surround that, a lot of changes that have taken place, but I know we have the right person in place to do that. He can do it, and I hope that this year is the year that we're able to do it.
Thursday show, you get that extra
Always,
30
Rick,
seconds. We appreciate you coming in.
Guys.
That was Dr.
Thank you,
Daryl
always. Thank y'all.
Burckel. Wrapping up this SoundOff. We'll have more with the prayers on Thursday show. You don't want to miss that. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Hey, mister, did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Bust the water heater?
Nailed it.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
What's bugging you? Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.